structure of success in any endeavor of life, and will be no different for you as you endeavor to retool your skills towards tapping into the opportunities that the world presents today. And that takes me to my fifth point. Leverage on ubiquitous internet connectivity to increase your knowledge and perfect your skills. In this era of internet and affordable devices, there is no excuse whatsoever to be in ignorance and lack of knowledge. A simple search will open a world of tutorials and self-training material in every discipline and skill. All it will take you is using your internet bundles to access this knowledge instead of wasting it in social media gossip. And that takes me to my sixth point. Timeliness. Timeliness. The mockery, especially in the African region of African time, must end. There is nothing like African time anywhere in the world. Timeliness is quite very, very crucial. Distinguished delegates, it is crucial because each year costs each and every one of us 31.5 million seconds to start with. What distinguishes those who close the year with accomplishments over those who close it with stagnation boils down to one thing: how we invested our time. The most beautiful thing is that in a day we all have 24 hours or 365 days in a year. Time is wealth. Wasting time is wasting opportunities. Timeliness is quite very, very crucial. And therefore, it is quite very, very important to invest time in constant skills improvement and seizing opportunities as compared to investing time in sleep and luxury. And that takes me to my last point. We must cultivate a culture of reading. Readers are leaders, and you are leaders of today, not just leaders of tomorrow. And so you must read. You must read to understand how the world functions. You must read to understand how you can devise solutions. And even those solutions that have been devised, how can they be recalibrated to perform optimally? Readers are leaders. Say that, please. Readers are leaders. Readers are leaders. And you are the leaders. Because it is quite very, very important to understand that if you don't read, you don't know. If you don't read, you don't know. We must therefore invest our time and energy in reading, because failure to read amounts to self-punishment. It is tantamount to being selfish on oneself. So I admonish all of you here today, and I know you read, but there is nothing wrong for me to inspire you more to read more and more. I admonish all of you here today to befriend books, instead of embracing a culture of gossip that is increasingly wasting the time of youth on social media and which runs afoul to what you should be able to do. Distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, God is no respecter of persons. God is no respecter of persons. You will reap what you sow, not what others before you, beside you, or ahead of you are doing. And that is what my own life story teaches me. I was not born into wealth and opportunity. The circumstances of my birth and earlier growth were not glamorous. I was born in a small village in the northwestern part of Cameroon. And I grew up herding goats and going to school without shoes, walking long distances to school and sometimes studying under trees. These are the challenges, some of the challenges that I faced while growing up. But I was surrounded by loving people who taught me discipline, who taught me humility, who taught me diligence, who taught me hard work, and told me that if you are not passionate in anything, you will not be able to achieve anything. And that passion is what lights, is that fire that burns in you. And that a passionate person is unstoppable. These are the values that I was taught by my parents at that early age. And this is where I started. But the most important thing that happened was my moment of epiphany, where what started as a simple search for solutions, simple search for answers to the dwindling yields in my mother's farm, because my parents were subsistence farmers, and they are still today. In my mother's farm, because of changes in weather, she witnessed crop failure. And in that year, we could not be able to go to school or even have food to eat. And this constituted my watershed moment, a moment of purpose, from when no mountain, no distance was too far, no mountain was too high to climb. No subject was too hard to study, and no discouragement was enough to stop me from finding answers to the problems that were affecting my mother's yields. After university, jobs were scarce. But that was an opportunity for me to volunteer my time. And this is the moment that I learned the best lessons of my career that have helped me to be where I am today. If you don't volunteer for something useful, you will volunteer for something useless. There is no in between. The experience that I got during volunteering did not only help reshape my skills, but volunteering for this 1 year without pay was what helped me to be able to build a professional experience relative to some of my colleagues who chose not to volunteer because there was no pay for it. These years of experience is what gave me an edge to win a scholarship to study in the University of Nottingham in England, where after studying, getting the master's degree, I later on got a PhD. I later on went to Harvard University to understand how energy powers work. Distinguished delegates, ladies and gentlemen, even in extreme drought, the lion does not succumb to eat grass because that's against its nature. I use this proverb to elaborate the resilient mindset that all of us seated here today and across the entire world, and more so in the African continent, should all have as we move to seize the opportunities that are inherent in the challenges that we're facing today, that are inherent in the challenges that can be turned to drive the implementation of the Sustainable Development Goal. The logic being simple, that even when we have our purposes aligned to what we do, it will not be a walk in a park. We must take on the mindset of a lion to surmount obstacles that will come our way. And as you do this, know that you will face challenges and let downs by people. At times, you will struggle with self-doubt. You will make mistakes, but always remember that it is perfectly fine to make mistakes, but ask for guidance. And always appreciate anyone who takes his or her time to guide you. Never take anything for granted. Never take anything for granted or feel a sense of entitlement to anything. And always aim to win the respect of each and everyone, and to find the best in others, and strive to leave the world a better place, whether by ensuring that you can be able to help someone get inspired, or find his or her purpose, or ensure that you can be able to contribute to a solution that will make a mother not to bury her kid. To know that you have touched a life with your actions, this is to have succeeded. Distinguished colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, milk and honey have different colors, but they share the same house peacefully. While you may not share the same tribe, the same creed, the same religion, you share a common interest, and that common interest is a peaceful world. You share a common interest, and that common interest is a prosperous world. You share a common interest, and that common interest is a prosperous Africa. This prosperous Africa or prosperous world is how we can be able to proudly say that we did our best to drive transformational change, to ensure that no one is left behind, to ensure that no mother buried his or her child before he reaches the age of 5. You now have the raw material, which is your skills, to be able to move forward and win the 21st century. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Munang, for that wonderful address. Delegates, I'm going to read out the room allocations today. Room 2, which is this room, is going to be political and economics. Room 1, which is across this room, is going to be human rights. Room 3 is going to be ecology. Room 13 is going to be Security Council. Room 10, Special Summit. Room 7 is going to be ICJ. All MCC delegates, you're reminded to go to the info desk after this. The ICJ cases for today are Palestine versus USA, Chile versus Bolivia, Equatorial Guinea versus France, DRC versus Uganda. All secretaries, you may please approach the chairing dais after General Assembly. Delegates, you are now dismissed.